What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Vasily Lomachencko, George Kambosos. Get this, Kambosos could be forced to face Lomachencko with the WBO expected to order the fight. Undisputed lightweight champion George Kambosos may be forced to defend against his WBO mandatory Vasily Lomachencko next, unless his promoter Lou DiBello acts quickly to set up a fight with Devin Haney or one of the other kings in the 135-pound division. Okay. The World Boxing Organization, the WBO, is expected to order the IBF, the WBA, the WBC franchise champion Kambosos to defend against the WBO mandatory Lomachencko next month in January. Lomachenko's promoter Bob Arum of Top Rank is pushing for the WBO to order the Kambosos fight for Lomachencko. If Arum successfully gets the WBO to order the fight, Kambosos will be stuck defending it against Lomachencko in a battle that he has little chance of winning. Moreover, the money Kambosos gets for defending against Loma may or may not be as much as he'd like if he was defending against Devin Haney or Gervonta Tank Davis. That's why it's important that the Kambosos negotiations acts quickly before the WBO does. Once the WBO makes the move to order Kambosos Lomachencko, it'll end Kambosos' attempt to defend his undisputed championship against one of the five kings that comes with the most significant offer. Wow. On Tuesday, Kambosos, 28, urged the WBC lightweight champion Devin Haney to sell off his collection of high-priced jewelry, as we know, to come up with the money to make a fight between them. Haney has spent a lot of money collecting diamonds and gold jewelry, but it's doubtful that he'll be able to quickly pawn these items for anywhere near the cash he sunk into them. If Haney had used his money to buy real estate, he could easily peddle the property to come up with the cash to get Kambosos' fight, but instead he's purchased jewelry. It's one thing to buy a simple ring, but it's something else when you start sinking massive amounts of money into buying colossal gold chains and diamond stud gold watches. Wow. Haney, now 27-0 with 15 KOs, is believed to be in the lead position to get the fight with Kambosos. However, that won't mean anything unless Haney's promoter Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing acts quickly to negotiate the fight with Kambosos before the WBO orders him to defend against Lomachencko. The WBO mandatory is overdue, with the belt not having been defended in over a year against one of the organization's challengers. So the chances of Kambosos getting a delay in making his mandatory is very unlikely. Let me counterpunch. I think this is all up to Kambosos. You know, it would be great for Lomachencko because it puts him back in the position that he was in. He couldn't get that position with Teofimo because he did not implement a rematch clause in his contract. Had that happened, he would have had to fight Teofimo, and then George would have never got his shot. George would have been stuck in limbo, but George beat and upset Teo. So now I think that for Loma, I think that's exactly what he'll do, and Bob Arum will push for it. He will push for it just like he pushed for the rematch between Teofimo Lopez and Lomachencko, okay? Even though there was no contract clause, which was rookie night, in my opinion, okay? They should have had that rematch clause, especially a guy with a so-called franchise status at one point. You know, why wouldn't he? But things happen. And I think what George Kambosos needs to do, if he wants to fight Lomachencko, just let Bob Arum push for whatever he needs to get, and the WBO will oblige. Okay, the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC, those are in order to me. Bars, okay, in that order of legitimacy, of integrity. So the WBO, second in command, so to speak, they will act upon getting that fight done for Lomachencko. So Lomachencko, by beating Comey, is in a situation to get that particular fight. And George Kambosos, if he's talking about rings and jewelry and shit like that, you know, does it really mean he really wants to fight Devin Haney? So he may want to fight Loma anyway, so he may let those things just work themselves out because it's happening that way since people are pushing for him. You know, top ranked Bob Arum, Lomachencko, of course. But if he wants to fight Devin Haney, he needs to stop all the bullshit, right? And make that fight before the WBO steps in. You know, now can he beat Lomachencko? That's a totally different story. But that is a question to ask once a fight gets made. But Devin Haney, I think, should fight one of those guys. I think he deserves the opportunity because he's the one guy that's being ducked for whatever reason. Young, talented, undefeated, right? You pick a reason. But I think at the end of the day, I feel that Lomachencko should get his shot. I think Devin Haney should get his shot. And there's many reasons why both of these guys should fight Kambosos. But again, it comes down to what George Kambosos wants. And I think he wants the Loma fight over all the other fights. Now, there are other possibilities. Gervonta Tank Davis, you can forget about it. Ryan Garcia, you can forget about it. I mean, those type of fights are very unlikely. So the two guys we're looking at is Devin Haney and Lomachencko. But hey, if Lomachencko gets it from the WBO, good for him. If Devin Haney gets it, good for him. Good for them, right? So whoever makes it or takes it. Let's see what happens in this upcoming weeks. You guys tell me what you think about the WBO possibly moving in on the mandatory to make and force by force George Kambosos to fight Vasily Lomachencko. You guys tell me what you think about this new news. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.